Hi guys, welcome to another YouTube video. I'm Albert Burgess, and I just wanted to say, before I get started, a huge thank you to all of you that have liked, subscribed, left comments, messaged me privately on social media, on Instagram, even in the Discord of the Phantom community. I've been blown away by the response, knowing that I can have such an impact on so many of you, and I have already had that impact. It's truly humbling, and it really reminded me why I do everything that I'm doing. Is to generally help other people and try and make a difference. That's what Phantom trading in itself is also about in the FX industry. And we're just looking to, give out that true, genuine knowledge, facts, and kind of be as honest as possible about trading. So in today's video, I wanted to go over comparing yourself to others, the dangers of doing that, having this kind of person on a pedestal, and the damages that it can cause. For me personally, on my journey, I've always looked up to somebody else, whether it be in the trading industry, the fitness industry, general life, and I realized only very recently that it's very detrimental to our mindsets. Focusing on someone else is great to aspire to be like someone, but at the same time you should aspire to be you. You shouldn't be focusing on somebody else. You shouldn't be trying to be that person. You should be happy and comfortable within yourself and focus on being the best version of yourself. And a little way to put it would be in trading, for instance, right? If you're in a community or you follow traders on Instagram and you're starting out your journey, or you're growing, we're all on a journey, right? None of us are at peak performance. I don't care what anybody says, we're always growing. And let's say you look up to someone in the community and they're always doing 10, 15, 20% a day in, day out, and you're not, right? Now, you might have this tried, tested edge that you've backtested, you've built case studies on, you've done markups on, and you're very confident and comfortable with that edge. But seeing that person that you aspire to be like doing this starts to trigger things and brainwaves in your brain and mind, and makes you think, I need to be like that. I need to keep up. I need to be that guy because that's what I want to be. And it couldn't be any further from the truth, because what that's doing is you don't know that person's situation, right? You don't know how long they've been in the game, their current background, their lifestyle, the hours they're putting in. Are they genuinely taking and executing and being in all these trades? There's so many different factors that you're unaware of, and you just see the good stuff. And what that does to you then is it constantly tries to tell you that you're failing and you're not good enough. And then all these kind of perceptions of, I'm not worthy of this, I'm not this because I'm not that person, starts to wreak havoc on everything that you do in trading. Because before you execute, you're thinking, what would Albert do? I'm not sure. Oh, I think he'd do this, I think he'd do that. Before you know it, you've got clouded judgment, you're not in the zone, you're not focused, and then you start to do things that you wouldn't do had you not had those thoughts, right? So I'm not saying don't aspire to be at a certain place, in your trading. It's great to have people to look up to, but it's very crucial how you word and how you perceive that, because if you are always saying to yourself, I have to be that person, I want to be you, you're basically saying you want to be somebody else. That can start to have effects on your general mental state, and that you're not good enough as a person, and that's not true. And I only say this due to I had a very similar thing happen to me. I trade with some amazing people within Phantom, and I've made some incredible friends there. And what happened to me is we were all sort of at the same level, and then maybe someone progresses a little bit quicker, and then someone else progresses, and you sometimes might feel like you're a little bit left back. You're maybe the runt of the litter, if you like, and you feel like, oh, why am I not him? Why am I not doing that? I'm putting in the work. I'm doing all of this. The problem is you're channeling all the wrong energy on the wrong things. Rather than focusing on you, your edge, your plan, your goals, your lifestyle, right? You're focusing on somebody else's, and it's really dangerous, because what it did to me is I kept looking up to other people, and I kept implementing new things they'd found into my plan without really understanding it. And then I'd take something else and take something else. And before you know it, I had this mash of all kinds of stuff. I didn't really know what was going on, and I was kind of getting lost and confused in the markets. I was still looking up to these people though and saying, I've got to be like them. Why am I not being like them? I'm failing. And all these things, right, built this real bad habit, and it was really hard to identify and get out of. And like I say, it's only been the last 4 or 5 months where I've really kind of fixed it and just gone and focused on me, right? And one thing I would say is when you're choosing someone to potentially, in some respects, look up to or aspire to be like, right? Try and base it on someone who has the same kind of values and lifestyle as you. Because if you're basing it on someone, for instance, take me for example, right? I'm a father, right? If I'm basing my ideal person I want to be as someone who's single, no kids, no responsibilities, can do whatever they want, then that's completely kind of wrong for my life, because they might not have the outgoings I have, they might not have the bills I have, they might not have the thoughts of I've got to get the kids, I've got to do this. Everything that I do impacts my children. They might not have a partner and things that impact them. They can jet off anywhere in the world, do whatever they want. Nothing affects them. Some of them might live at home still. They might not have to worry about the outgoing and the expense of living on your own. There's so many different factors, right? And then when you bring all that into trading and you have like, oh my God, I've got money coming in here, money going out there, I need money. Your focus is only on money, and then you start to, again, that wreaks havoc, because trading is not about just money, right? So one thing for me was, right, pull yourself back, identify what it is that you want to be in trading, identify how and what you need to implement to be that person. Of course, have someone that you're like, oh, I like the way they trade. Focus solely on that person's trading style. Build case studies, get markups, back test it, prove that works for you, tweak it. It's always got to be yours, right? You can have the best strategy in the world from the best trader in the world. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to execute it with confidence. It doesn't mean you're going to be able to execute it comfortably and allow those probabilities to play out, because you're not 100% sure in that. It needs to work in your mind, so in Albert's mind. What do I want to see over and over again? And let that play out, right? This morning, for instance, a lot of the guys in the community took trades. For me, didn't really fit my plan, okay? And old me would have tried to get in, would have felt like I had to be involved because everybody else is, and I've got this, high standard to live up to, and oh, Albert's not involved, I wonder why, maybe he's, and they were all things that used to go through my head, being in the position that I've kind of got myself into in the trading space. By no means am I like some, celebrity or anything like that, but I do have a good following and a good audience, and I know that what I do reflects on those people, and a lot of them may look up to me or may look at what I do, keep me accountable. So I had to kind of make changes to this. And this morning, after I did the school run, I came back, and this trade behind me is, textbook. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. I don't even know what you can see on the camera. It's a textbook trade that I would take over and over again. It fits my plan to the T. I took that trade, I executed, I messed up my management because I was trying to do a little bit of filming for YouTube for another project, and I closed it out in full at about, I think I took like 5.5%, which is still incredible, right? I'm not knocking that and saying that's not good. A year ago, that to me didn't seem like it was possible. And now I'm talking about 5.5% like it's nothing. It's an incredible morning, right? And I'm truly humble and grateful that I can do that. But if I hadn't got control of that emotion and had focused on other people and had other people influence me and maybe got FOMO, I would have jumped into trades this morning, potentially took losses trying to get in the wrong levels just because I thought I've got to. And then I'd have been in a completely different mood, probably wouldn't have taken that trade, probably wouldn't want to do the video because I'd have the ump. And all these things, day to day to day, they add up. And without us realizing, they start to create a habit. And you're kind of chopping and changing, jumping in and out of the market, not really sure what's happening. And you get lost. And that all starts from having that person on a pedestal, or having that object on a pedestal, such as an FTMO. I want an FTMO, I have to have an FTMO. An FTMO is not the be all and end all, right? They're very hard in the sense of trading conditions, because realistically, if you went 10% drawdown on your own personal funds, you've got 90% left. The likelihood is you'll get that 10% back in one trade. on an FTMO, if you go 10% down, you can't get it back, and then instantly you think you're a failure. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. It's literally £500 or dollars. It's not the end of the world. We've all probably wasted more than that on stupid stuff in our lives, and we've also probably put that in a trade account before and tried to make it $1 million and blown it. So it's not like you're a failure, okay? But it all comes down to what you're putting on a pedestal and what you're actually perceiving as, what do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And it's not, I want to be Albert, I want to be Dwayne Johnson, I want to be Margot Robbie, right? It's, I want to be the best version of me. So what does that mean? You know, and a lot of this was just writing things down. When I had these thoughts, I would write down in a journal, I felt like this when I did this, I felt like this when I did that. And you know, it might sound a bit like, oh, it's long, mate, you know, can't be asked for that. But how are you going to identify, reflect and fix something that you're not acknowledging? You need to take note. The first step to fixing anything is to acknowledge it and identify it. The second step is to, how are we going to actually implement, what are we going to implement to change this? How can we action, you know, a strategic route into changing these problems? Now, a lot of mine came from looking at other people, seeing on Instagram people, even people that maybe I had coached, or people that had started at the same time as me or started after me. I would be like, oh, why are they're in that, I'm not in that, what's going on, oh my God. And it wreaks havoc. And the thing is, right, subconsciously sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it. It's just boom, boom, boom. And before you know it, you're like making this habit, and it's all based on wanting to be somebody else and not focusing on you, right? So you need to keep very humble. You need to remember, in this industry, there's a lot of rubbish, there's a lot of fake stuff, there is a hell of a lot of money involved, there is all different types of personality and people that you're going to meet. Some will be amazing, some won't. Those ones you set aside, put them in the bin. You need to kind of surround yourself with the right people, but never lose sight of who you are and who you want to be. It's something for me that really changed a lot, not just in trading, just in my life in general. I used to care what people thought about me. I used to care what I was wearing, because people might look at me and go, oh, why is he wearing that? I've come to that point now in life where materialistic stuff means absolutely nothing to me. I couldn't care less whether you've got a Louis Vuitton bag or you've got a Primark bag. I don't care. It doesn't mean you're any better than me or better than someone else because you have this fashionable item that, let's face it, you've probably spent your whole month's wages on buying to stick it on Instagram to feel good, to get validation from others. And that's a very dangerous circle and kind of habit to be forming. And I'm not sitting here being nasty, and I'm not sitting here saying to people that buy those things that you're an idiot. If you can afford them and it's something that you generally like and you have the money and maybe you're investing money into things that doesn't lose money, brilliant. If you're buying it to try and pull birds or blokes and get validation, you're an idiot and you're wasting your money. But this all again comes from that perception of what society leads us to be and what we think we should be. It's like Instagram. If the algorithm's essentially created that if you've got a hot chick or a hot bloke in Bali, top off with the sand and the sea, that's going to hit your explore page all the time. If you've got me slouching around with the old dad bod on the sofa eating a kebab, that ain't hitting your explore feed because they don't want you to see that, right? But what we all do is we look at those other people with the six packs, the ripped abs, this mad lifestyle, and we go, oh, why am I not like that? I need to be that person. Right, that's it. I'm going to be that person. You don't know what that person's got going on behind the scenes. You don't know how they funded that trip. You don't know if that's actually their body. You can do a lot with Photoshop and editing these days. You don't know anything about those people. But because it's being thrown at us constantly on social media, we think that's the normal. And it's not. Normal is you. However you are, however you see yourself, that is you, right? All you can do is work out, what do I want to be and how am I going to get there? And then you need to action, right? And it ain't going to just happen. It's going to take time. You're going to procrastinate. There's going to be days where you're like, I can't be bothered anymore. This is doing my head in. Oh my God, why am I not skinny? Why am I not this? Why am I not that? It doesn't matter. Like, as long as you live a healthy, balanced lifestyle, it doesn't matter how essentially you look. Yes, you want to look good, feel good, right? But you don't have to have a set of abs to feel good. to be honest with you, I used to have this obsession the same with abs. I'm like, I want abs, want abs, want abs. Got abs, not like you could grate cheese off them, but got them visible. The minute I ate, they went. And I was like, oh. So now I've got to live, I love food. What, now I've got to live all strict because I want to keep abs. For who? For other people or for me? I don't need abs. Other people might want me to have abs. It's the same with trading, right? If you're happy with your 5-10% a month, someone out there's doing 100% a month, you don't have to go and do 100% a month. Do your thing. For me, 10-15% a month, I would rather, and have all the free time in the world to focus on other business opportunities, other projects, focus on you guys, helping out you guys, focus on my family, be there for my family, have me time, do whatever I want when I want, as opposed to being a slave to staring at these charts 24/7. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If you love the process, right, and that's what you want to be, then that's fine, you've made that decision. But don't let somebody else out there who's essentially doing this crazy percent, or got a smaller stop than you, or entered a little bit better than you, don't let that make you feel like you're failing or you're wrong, because you're not. And it's a big thing that's not spoken about a lot. Everyone thinks you just follow a strategy, mate, bang, millionaire. It doesn't, millionaire, forget that for a minute. It's not about just following a strategy, right? It's about being consistent. It's about following probabilities. It's about playing out your edge. But most importantly, right, it's about enjoying it. Like, you don't want to be doing something that you don't enjoy, because that goes back to the previous chat we had where I said about, if you've got a job you don't like it, make a change. If you're trading and you're not enjoying it, then you're going to have to make a change again, which means trading, see you later. So you need to make it so that it works for you, right? I know some of you guys might work, you haven't got the time to stare at the charts all day. So as and when these opportunities come and arise, you need to just take them, but not be feeling like you're failing because somebody else did something. I see it all the time. People are like, I only got 20%. Man, 20%? What's 20% of 10 million? All of a sudden now you're like, whoa, okay, that's a lot, right? But because it's on 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000, you don't think it's a lot. It's huge. An investor, right, might want that a year. You've made it in a day, in a week, in a month. Like, don't let numbers, figures cloud your judgment. Do this consistently for 5-6 years and you will literally have changed your life, right? But it all goes back to that question of, who am I actually looking up to? Who am I aspiring to be like? And what do I want to be like and become? Never want to be someone else, right? We all have done it. We look at people, maybe some ripped bloke, for instance, and you're like, oh, I'd love to have abs like that. I'd love to be like that. Okay, so you can go get your own abs. You don't need to be him, right? It's the same in trading. I'd love to be able to make that much percent. Right, okay. If that's what you want to do, then go and put the work in to figure out how to make that much percent. But you don't have to if that's not what you want to do. So don't feel like you're failing. Now, I kind of got on a little tangent with this. I don't even know how long this video's been. I'm still getting used to everything, so please bear with me. But yeah, hopefully that was insightful. Hopefully some of the things in there are relatable. And I feel like it's a very important video and topic to touch on, so I wanted to get that out to you guys. Yeah, appreciate you all watching, appreciate you all tuning in. As always, let me know feedback in the comments, any videos you guys might want to see, let me know. I know I've had quite a lot of requests about a day in the life of a trader. I'm going to do my best to start that soon. Might take me a couple of weeks to truly get like a real nice kind of picture of what my day's like. I've got a couple of requests about habits that I've implemented, so I'm going to look at that. Going to look at some technical stuff. And yeah, just have fun with it. Like I say, I'm not here for clout, I'm not here for validation, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here generally to try and hit home, be honest, be transparent, and hopefully help clear up some doubts, thoughts that you might be having about yourself, whether it be trading related, mindset related, general life stuff. I'm not a mindset coach. I'm just a dude who's trying to help people out. I've been on a journey myself and it's been difficult. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun. And now I'm reaching out to you guys and yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I'll let you all go. I'll stop boring you. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace and love.